Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
And here we go.
What's up, everybody? Here we are, Heroes at Large podcast once again. We are on episode 17.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's do a roll call real quick, Heroes.
NEEHIGH.
Badass James Dynamite.
Drewski.
And I am AVAZ. We have our own Vanisher with us.
Yeah, Drewski.
Did I hear him right? Is he here today?
Oh man.
Yes, he's been
MIA.
The Invisible Man.
Yeah, he's been here in spirit.
Schedule conflicts.
The only difference between him and the actual Vanisher is he don't look nothing like Brad Pitt.
I'm better looking.
So let's
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
The beer holder?
Let's get
Beer
right into
holder.
Deadpool 2.
Ooh.
Everybody seen it?
No, yeah, of course, everyone has.
And if you haven't seen it,
Spoiler.
Where have you been?
yeah, we're gonna talk about it anyway.
Spoiler alert!
This was a great movie, right?
Yeah,
It was
by
awesome.
far
It was
one of
awesome.
the better ones. Do you think it's better than Infinity War?
No.
No.
Oh my.
It was a good movie. It wasn't as
It's
It
a
wasn't
good
good
as
movie.
that one.
Okay.
It wasn't
You
meant to
know,
hit as
it's
hard
like-
as
it was-
Infinity
it was-
War.
No,
That's
It
like
was
saying
John Wick 4.
that's like saying Lego Batman is better than the Dark
Justice
Knight.
League.
it is.
No,
Even has a better Batman.
it's a different
I'm
movie.
playing.
A better Batman.
You wish.
even I think who was it? Who's Ben Affleck's best friend? Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Damon is all like, I confessed to Will Arnett that he's my favorite Batman.
No, Deadpool was a good movie. It was just more of everything from the first one.
It's the one that's
More comedy. It was a lot more comedy.
It was a lot more
it was
comedy.
to me. It was a lot more related to the comic books than any other superhero movie,
Yeah.
and that's because this character is actually made for, I would say, movies just for that the fourth wall breaks and things like
Yeah.
that. He is aware that he is a character, and which is what I like about it.
And he touched a lot of basics on DC and Marvel.
Yeah,
He
he was all over the
clowning on
place.
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It
It
was
was like
great.
no holds barred.
He was uncensored with that.
Well, it's a rated R movie, which is great. Which I thought
Yeah.
it was awesome when I saw little kids sit next to me in the theater, and the parents. The credits are going on about some movie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some
What's that?
movie.
Muppet Babies.
Directed by the guy that killed the dog in John Wick.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That cracked me
Yeah,
up.
those are, and then they're like looking at me up. I think they went because it was a comic book movie, but they didn't realize that it's a rated R. It's a hard
Really?
R.
There are parents out there that still didn't get that.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
because I actually had there was probably a 9-year-old and an 8-year-old, and when the previews are going on, and the rated
Yeah.
R previews, they're like, oh, it's a movie you can't watch. Oh, I think it was The Purge Beginnings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, it's not, that one's not for kids. I'm like, lady, you know what movie you brought them to?
Yeah.
Specifically for kids.
But there was a lot of kids when I went to see it. There was a lot of kids there too.
Was it really?
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
weird. I don't
it's
know,
because I
didn't
think
pay much
they
attention.
think it's a
Well,
comic book, so they just go.
In all honesty,
Parents go take them still.
Well,
when I was a
but-
kid,
but-
I saw a lot of rated R movies.
yeah, Terminator 2 is rated R, and I watched that when I was like 5.
But okay, all things considered, this one isn't, I would say, as bad as the first
No,
one
it
because
wasn't.
the first one had a lot more.
I have to
Nudity.
say, I have to say I enjoyed the
and
first
all that.
Deadpool.
This
more.
was more like violent, more bloody.
Yeah, I mean, if
Now,
you,
did you guys see Stan Lee?
Of course.
I heard about it. I missed it.
Yeah, he was in the mural.
He was
Yeah.
in graffiti, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the graffiti where
awesome.
Domino drops down or something
I
like
kind
that.
of
Yeah.
like him saying something, but...
Well, it's kind of like back into the Defenders.
Mhm.
All the characters
Oh, right.
in the Defenders. He's a poster.
Yeah,
And every single one of them, he's a poster. So I'm pretty sure the same thing. And I think Deadpool right there found a way to keep Stan Lee in the movies.
Mhm.
true.
See that his health is up and down.
Post-mortem.
No.
No, it's too soon.
Yeah,
way
way
too soon.
too soon.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Get out.
Leave your card as a
I have
bit.
to say I enjoyed the first Deadpool
See,
more
even,
than
I don't
the
know if you guys
second
heard, but even Ace the Bat Hound didn't like that.
Really?
Right.
See what you did? But it was a lot of fun. The movie's a lot of fun. You got to sit there. You got to watch. Well, there's only like 2 mid-credit scenes.
I think it's only one. It was only
No,
one
it
big
was-
It was
one.
one.
wasn't
It was one long one.
There was one, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was like it was broken up because they
Yeah.
roll some credits, then they show one scene. I think they roll a couple more credits, and then they.
I
Goes
think
into
everything
another
was
scene.
at once, right?
You know what this means, guys? We have to go watch it
Yeah,
again.
watch it again.
That's all it means.
Yeah,
What
there's
did-
nothing
what-
way
what
at
did-
the end.
What do you
No,
guys
no.
thought about the X-Force team?
Well, they were cool while they lasted.
All right, I was like, oh man, I want to see more. Like, okay, that was it.
All right.
I personally thought the X-Men cameo
Oh,
was a little bit
Oh,
better.
yeah.
That
That was
was cool.
awesome.
That
And
was
we never
really
see,
cool.
after he said, how we never see more X-Men.
And you see that they're secretly hiding.
Yeah.
But there was I read something today that Ryan Reynolds actually went and delivered
Yeah.
coffee to some to some A-list. They didn't say, but it was an
Mhm.
A-list actor to get him to cameo in the movie.
Well, they
Oh,
say
really?
that
Yeah.
he went to where they were filming the X-Men movie, the
the
Dark
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
when they filmed that. So he went and I guess
Oh, maybe.
to film that part. They that's why there was an extra. You know how
Yeah.
they were reshooting? They did that.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible because I know they were doing a lot of reshoots. So
Yeah.
I mean, they incorporated it in. I was surprised. It's one of those things you're in the theater, you want to pause and be like, "That is him. That is that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
That is."
yeah.
Right.
Because it's kind of like, well, am I looking at the real actors or am I looking
Oh
at
yeah,
something?
CGI.
Yeah.
But it was cool just seeing them there.
The X-Men cameo, also probably my favorite was Baby Legs
Maybe
Oh
this was
my
the
god.
best.
Yes.
and Basic Instinct.
Well,
yeah.
you know what's really funny is, so in the first movie you got the baby arm,
Mm-hmm.
right? The baby
Yeah.
arm. And they even went as far as coming out with a candy this year, right?
I think it's a reminder.
Right. And then I even have a friend that does a Deadpool cosplay and did the baby hand last year.
Oh, okay.
When he went out and did the cosplay.
That's
So
awesome.
everybody was like, "That's hilarious. That's awesome." So I'm sitting there in the theater. We're watching the baby legs scene, and I'm sitting there going, "How are my friends gonna come up with, with baby legs in a cosplay?"
It's
A long
actually
jacket?
easy.
Yeah.
I've just thought about it right now.
Yeah.
Professor X wheelchair,
Put them in. Yeah.
put a blanket, and then just have little doll
Yeah.
legs hanging out.
That would be so awesome. Yeah, if somebody does that, I need pictures.
Awesome.
And if you do that, that was my idea. You owe me royalties.
Yeah.
Right.
But he wasn't dressed as Deadpool when he had his baby legs.
No.
True,
Yeah,
but
that Hawaiian
You'd have,
shirt.
No, he
you'd
had-
have to be burn victim Wade Wilson.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Who wants to see that though?
I wouldn't mind.
What do you guys thought about Cable?
Cable was awesome.
Yeah.
I love the way how he would turn back and how his eye would bring the gun straight to his back.
Oh, that was dope.
that was
Yeah, that was
so
really good.
awesome.
But the one thing they didn't really establish in that movie is a lot of his backstory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't focus.
You
very
know,
much on it.
which is fine. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I
In the
mean,
future,
even there's a scene where we don't exactly know his powers, his abilities,
Right.
his parents.
Or how did he got it?
You know, because in the comic books, he's born now. He's got he gets his techno-organic virus. He's got to go into the future to
Right.
save him.
But he got the virus from Apocalypse, right? If I'm correct.
I think that was for
I
the
don't
TV
remember.
show,
I don't remember.
for the X-Men TV show. But there was a techno-organic virus that was turning him into essentially like a robot. So they sent him into the future because they have the cure for it there. He grew up there, but Cyclops and a clone of Jean Grey are his parents.
Right.
So that's where he gets his telekinetic
Power.
powers.
Yeah.
But they didn't have so they weren't explaining is it magnetic,
Yeah, they
is it
didn't go-
telekinetic?
Yeah.
They didn't really go fully into
Yeah,
his character and everything.
His characters and
Because they didn't even explain what kind of
Nope.
powers he had
Yeah.
or anything.
His gun was awesome too. How he would
Yeah.
switch and it would just shoot something
I like
different.
it.
at
He
each
shoot
other.
it to when he cranked it to 11.
Yeah.
That
But it was cool.
great.
I mean, he did,
What
he did a
about,
good job. He did a really good job.
The what is it? The pocket knife. The
Prison wallet.
Yeah,
The
prison,
prison
wallet.
wallet.
Oh
That
my
was
god, that
really
was
good.
That
hilarious.
was good.
It's just the fact that he keeps on going up in there,
Yeah.
and you just see
Every
him
time
like,
something's
Oh,
going on,
okay.
he's
See-
reaching in his
Yeah,
pocket.
see, that's a funny thing because that kid, oh my god, that kid was amazing.
Yeah, he was.
Just the attitude and everything. Because if you watch him, through the whole movie, he starts off kind of, childlike and not really
Mhm.
knowing too much of what's going on, and he's very naive. And then by the end, he's friggin' like a villain. He's full of hatred.
Prison will do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison
I mean,
will do that to you.
he was good.
Especially you got
And
wear
who was his,
collar.
who was his
Yeah.
best friend? Like,
You know who I
That's
like,
all.
who I thought was awesome, who stole the scene from me every time was in it, was Domino. I love Domino. I thought she
Yeah.
was
oh, yeah,
great.
She was awesome.
She was awesome.
Yeah, Domino was really good. That character, and that character though was fleshed out well.
Yeah.
So they explained her power and they showed,
Well, the thing is that they were like,
they made
it's
fun of
not.
it so much.
It's not,
Yeah, he
it's
was
not a power. It just things happened to her and too much of a coincidence, and
Mhm.
it was great. It's like, oh, we could really use a bus to get all these kids out. Bam! Here comes a
That
bus.
was awesome.
Even
There were so many
they
parts.
gave a more like Colossus was more like a character in this movie. Like they
Well,
showed
yeah.
more. I was like, wow.
Colossus.
Yeah, they did.
I think I would have tried to grab Colossus' butt too. No lie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Which, why not?
Rock hard.
His butt, I said.
But of steel.
It was a really good movie. The story was really good. Ryan Reynolds said himself that he's not sure they're going to make a part 3 because according to him, with Wade, you have to take things away from him.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first one they gave him cancer. They took away his looks.
Mhm.
This time they took away Vanessa,
Yeah.
which brought up an interesting thought that I read somewhere of her being the incarnation of death.
That's what I read too.
Yeah.
I read that after
Because
the first one.
They met.
Huh.
He got cancer. He died, or supposedly. Now she died. They can't be together
Mhm.
like in the comic book. And he really,
You can still see her.
yeah, he can still see her when he gets close to death.
But he does a time traveling thing at the very end.
Yeah.
So she ends up living.
Yeah, but
So-
still, she could still be the incarnation of death.
Yeah, yeah, very well. Yeah,
So,
it's very possible.
I was thinking, my theory was if Disney does pick it up, I could still see a Deadpool movie, PG-13. Every time that Deadpool bleeps, he says bad words, he'll bleep,
Mhm.
and he'll face it and say like, "This is because of Disney."
I wouldn't even say that. Like I would
Yeah,
just
but
be like,
something funny.
It's
But
not
that
only
joke
that though;
would
it's
get
the
dry,
violence.
because
It's
you
the
gotta-
violence too. Deadpool's a very he's
you get a
shooting
2-hour
people in the
movie,
head.
you can only do that for like maybe 5 minutes and pull that joke out. But for the rest of the movie, he's cursing the whole time.
well, the one thing that they have to incorporate, which they have it in the comic book, is the yellow voice, the yellow voice bubbles in his head.
Oh, yeah.
So if
actually,
Disney,
that could be the third movie right there.
if they actually Disney does pick it up.
Mhm.
And Ryan Reynolds even said that he did a Disney joke, but they had to remove
Yeah,
it
remove
just
it,
to be
yeah.
on the safe side.
Yeah.
But if they were to do that, it's kind of like if he says bad words, it's kind of like, well, the yellow bubbles doesn't let me say it, or whatever the case is. They could always do some kind of comic book retcon,
Mhm.
but I really don't think it would work if it's not a rated R movie.
Well, maybe they just make it rated R, and that's it.
Well, they can. Disney's done rated R movies. They just don't do it under the Disney name.
Yeah, what I really want to see is a Deadpool movie through the eyes of everyone around him,
Okay.
like what they
That'd be
see.
interesting. I see what you're
So
saying.
it'll be different. It'll be this almost the same scene from different points of view to get to the end of the story.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you can even have one scene all in black for the
Yeah.
lady who can't see anything, but you
Oh,
hear everything.
wow, yeah.
That would be awesome.
I mean,
That'd be funny.
that would be something that would possibly work. It's kind of like story through the eyes of Vanessa, the stories through the eyes of Weasel, the stories
Yeah.
through the eyes of, all these other people. And Deadpool happens to be there at all the given time,
Yeah.
but they see things in a certain way. Better yet, if you want to do, was there him Blind Alice?
Yeah. No, it's something else. Blind. He calls her Blind Out.
Right now.
So I forget what the whole name is. Something long.
So if they do her scene,
Mhm.
and you could hear everything, but it's all done in crayon, the way Wade Wilson draws things
Oh
out.
yeah,
That
that would be cool. Yeah.
That would be funny because it's his take. Well, she can't see, so I'm just gonna color it for her.
Mhm. That would be
Studio
good.
execs,
Yep.
There it is.
I'm for hire.
There's the
There's
the
next
idea.
script. The next script.
Great idea.
That's what we are. We're full of ideas.
Yeah.
No follow through on them, but we're full
Yeah.
of ideas.
What else you guys?
Well, okay, but there was the last.
Well, we want to talk about the villain, Dragonaut.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Remember?
thought
What'd you
about
guys think
I
that?
about
thought it was
Juggernaut?
awesome. I thought it was awesome.
It's a way better
Oh
step
man,
up from.
this is Dragonaut, like what we see in the comics. or-
Yeah, I really did like him. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I have any complaints about him. I think I want to see more
Mhm.
for him to drive the story a little bit further. Because technically speaking, he
Did
was
he
more
die?
of a
No,
No.
Because it looked like at the end he was
He-
getting
no,
up
he
out
was
of the
getting
water.
out. Yeah, he was getting
okay.
out.
he was more of the kid's lackey for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, all right, well, I'm already free. Here's this kid that has no control over me. I'm going to do whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help him out and go to this school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want to see him like, no, he promised the kid something and he didn't deliver. but now he's in tow with the,
Yeah, something.
now you're gonna do what I say. That seems a little bit more Juggernaut to me.
It felt a little. His story in the movie felt a little weak.
I mean, it was a great character.
Yeah,
but it looked good.
It was a cameo, maybe just a cameo for.
It was a surprise. I mean,
yeah,
it was expecting that. Yeah.
Everyone had rumors.
The whole time.
Yeah, there was rumors
the whole time who was in the.
Except for the part when he's in jail and he's like,
"Oh yeah."
They say they keep a monster in the basement.
But
and he
yeah,
says,
it's because right there when they said that, the rumors are like that he's in there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, that's Dragonite in there. There has to be, but the way they did it was amazing. It looks awesome. I was
Okay, so
definitely go watch it.
Yeah,
watch it numerous times because I guarantee you the second time you watch it,
and don't stay for the whole credits because there's no ending credits for this. Like in the very end.
Yeah, it was just one. That was it. There's no signs that they're gonna. Well, hopefully they're gonna make a part 3. But like I said, Ryan Reynolds said they have to take stuff away from Wade.
Weren't they talking about doing an X-Force?
Yeah, X-Force movie.
It is coming out, but it seems like it's a horror movie.
No, that's something else.
That's Mutants.
That's New Mutants.
That's New Mutants,
which is X-Force.
Yeah, but that New Mutants might lead up to it. I heard they were gonna do an X-Force.
I thought they were gonna cancel that.
No, they already got the trailer out and everything.
The New Mutants movie?
It was just a trailer, but they're saying that
it's not supposed to come out until next year.
Yeah.
But they're saying it's just gonna get canceled.
I don't know. Fox is all up in the air. They should just start all. Even Deadpool said it's kind of like time to fix some of this timeline.
Oh man!
Know, muddy up the timeline. And it was kind of like, and he did.
He fixed that.
Even when he shot Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it would have been funnier.
In the back of the head.
It really would have been funnier if he had came out with a gauntlet or something.
Oh,
at the end, and then like this, and then jump back into the past or something.
I think right
that would have been hilarious.
Or stop, stop.
But that would have been a lawsuit.
Maybe.
Well,
didn't look exactly
when he was talking to Cable, he was talking about he told him like
but mentioning it and showing is totally different things because they don't have the rights to those characters.
They might already do.
So
again, as long as they could have had 4 stones instead of 6.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean, and then
little changes.
Yeah, no infringement.
Yeah, So because I know a bronze gauntlet instead of gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the one that remember in the Thor movie when she threw it away that it was the fake one, him picking it up and I want this one.
Yeah, something like that would have been cool.
It was a great movie. Go check it out.
Okay, so moving on.
Versus round 1, fight.
Yeah, we're gonna try something different. We haven't done this in a while. We're gonna throw a couple characters out. We're gonna discuss and see who we would think would win in a fight. Now, winning doesn't necessarily mean killing. They could not.
It's not a death match.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it's not a death match, but why they would win. So we're gonna throw a couple characters in a hat and see what comes out.
I wonder what character we'll come up with first.
Grab a little white ticket, see what name comes.
Little white ticket. So you guys want to do DC versus Marvel? Or you guys want to do DC versus DC, Marvel versus Marvel, and then do DC versus Marvel? What do you guys
start with Deadpool versus? Since we're
want to do Deadpool too? Yeah.
Okay, well,
Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's obvious. What do you guys think of that? I mean, who would win between Deadpool and Deathstroke?
My money is gonna be on Slade Wilson
for
the simple reason he's military trained, which Deadpool in the comic books kind of isn't. He's just a mercenary.
Right.
He's also could think. I was gonna say tink. Think 10 times faster than any human being, faster reflexes, and also has is also a strategist. The one downfall that he does have is that he also has enhanced agility and strength. Where Deadpool,
he does also have a healing factor. It's not as strong as Deadpool's, but
he can grow arms as far as I know, because or else he would have an eye again.
Right.
Where Deadpool can regenerate body parts, can I know they changed his powers. I think he even had a minor teleport for like a little bit.
He's got a grab bag of powers. They say he uses whenever they're convenient for the comics.
So because I know he's like a Nightcrawler type teleport, poof poof.
And he's so comedic that it's to him. He's like, well, why try?
Yeah,
I can't die anyway. So
and he was cursed by Thanos in the comic books to have immortality. Period.
Yeah.
So he could never be with Lady Death. But the reason my money is on Wade is just the simple fact that he is Slade over Wade. See, that's another thing is that it's also
the same.
It's also Wade is a copy of Slade.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, so you got to go with the original first.
Yeah, I think Deathstroke would take it over.
Well, if
Over,
Deathstroke fought Batman, well, that tells you a lot right there.
I think Deadpool would
Yeah.
win. I think maybe not every time, but I think Deadpool will win just because of his unpredictability. He tends to use his wounds and kind of like his healing factor and his ability just to take bullets as an advantage a lot of times when he fights these guys. He doesn't really, he tries to avoid it, like the scene in the movie where he was spinning the sword,
Yeah.
and he still got hit a bunch of times. Like
Yeah.
it was funny. I think he could maybe not win every time. Like I said, if it was,
Well, the first fight he'll probably lose.
Mhm.
Maybe the second.
Yeah,
I think
fight,
Deathstroke
Well, I
couldn't, he
think
couldn't
it's-
handcuff him because
I think, in all honesty, what the way Slade would probably do it,
chop out his head. And,
it cut off his head, put it in a box.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's personally what I would do. I mean, he's still
And
a
he's
talking
done.
box.
Yeah.
He's still talking head in a box, but I think it would be funny for him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it'd also be like I finally shut him up.
See, and I think that's Deadpool's downfall. Is Deadpool likes to talk.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And where Deathstroke doesn't.
No, he just
You know, he just gets down to business.
Yeah, I mean, but you bring up an interesting point. It's kind of like out of how many fights
Yeah.
would each one win?
Yeah.
It'd be great if it's like a 50-50 or 49-51,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. It'd be awesome. But I don't know exactly who to give this one because it is,
Yeah, I would still give it. I would still give it to Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, yeah.
Yeah.
you still say,
I still say Deadpool.
Deadpool.
I just think his unpredictability just makes it, because a lot of times, you said he's a strategist. You have to know your enemy, and Deadpool's not someone you can really know. Like like his characteristics and kind of like, but when it comes down to a fight, you don't know what he's gonna do.
Okay, so
His fighting style could vary. He could bust out his guns. He could bust out his sword. He had a knife in his.
what about
boot. Exactly.
what about Deadpool versus the Joker?
oh, that's a good one.
You're talking unpredictability.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I mean? You have no clue what they're gonna do.
Cycles.
Both
I
of them
think
like to
Joker's
joke
a little bit-
around.
he's a little bit more of a genius, though, like an evil genius.
You think he's more lethal,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not a fighter.
He's not.
right?
He's a
Joker-
So
cheater.
that's why I'm like,
See, now, the one
Joker's a
advantage...
brawler. He
He's
goes
a...
down with
But,
his knuckles. No,
but
he's skinny as hell.
Well, no, here's the thing. The one advantage, if we're going... Well, even in the comic books, Wade has a daughter, has family.
Right.
Joker would use his family
yeah.
against Deadpool. To the
Joker's got
point-
nothing to lose.
He really
have-
doesn't.
He doesn't.
So
Yeah.
the disadvantage is because you whether you use Joker toxin, it won't work on
Right.
on
Right.
him.
Right. nothing
Acid,
like
it
that.
won't work.
No.
None of that would work. But as soon as you kill his kids, you really don't have any leverage for him not to come at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably torture this family till insanity and let them loose.
Yeah.
And I would say Joker would win that way.
I
See, because
actually think-
Joker to me won't. To me, Joker doesn't care if he dies,
Yeah.
No, he
does.
doesn't.
as long as he gets the punchline
Mhm.
at
Yeah.
the end of the joke.
So that-
Deadpool
okay,
could
so then
kill
we're-
Joker, but if he already mangled his family, he won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's what I was about to say. I was like, so where's the point where
This would be a
somebody
draw.
wins? Because the Joker would do a bunch of stuff, and then obviously he turn around and go like, haha, I got you to go nuts. I killed your family. I did all
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
so
Well,
I win.
That's
But at that point, Deadpool would literally just walk up to him, give him a hug, and blow them both up.
Well, yeah.
yeah. But
So,
to me, I think at
Depends
that
on
point,
what point do you say?
but at that
who
point, the
wins?
long-term effects is gonna be with Joker, because even that's what happened when in the story of Injustice.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
Superman to kill
Yeah.
Lois Lane and blew up his city,
or
and his unborn kid, and
Yeah.
that just pushed him to the edge. And yeah, I mean, Superman did kill Joker at that, but
but he's
the
still won.
effects.
Yeah.
So I think, and if that was the case with Joker versus Wade, Wade would not be able to out crazy Joker.
He won.
That's true.
And knowing that he's got something to lose, and if he does the torture, manipulate, and just totally warp, then Joker would win.
That would
Yeah.
that would be
Agreed.
that would be an awesome
What-
story.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to see the two of them go at it against each other, that would be an awesome story.
Yeah.
Now if they had another access or crossover where they merge both of the worlds, Deadpool and
Yeah.
Joker together would be horrible
Yeah.
and
Joker
awesome.
Pool. Joker pool.
Joker pull.
But then who would be in whose head?
Oh,
It has to be the Joker's head.
Yeah.
Joker's head's well.
Well, we
No,
see
the
what I'm
Joker-
saying is that
imagine
like
the Joker going in Deadpool's
Joker
head.
has multiple personalities,
Yeah.
right? So would it be Wade with Joker inside, or would it be Joker with Wade inside?
That would be.
I think it'd be cooler if you had Joker in Wade's head.
I think so too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Because then you've got Deadpool's
Skills.
powers.
Deadpool with purple and green. That would look
Oh.
so
Right?
dope.
Yeah.
They got
See-
me all excited.
Ideas.
With a little graffiti on the back with a J?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the tattoos as well.
Throwing cards with DP on it.
All right, so let's throw another one out there.
How about let's do Black Suit Spider-Man and Deadpool?
Well, that was done.
Yeah.
It was done, and it was whack.
What was Back in Black?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Comics. Yeah.
But what would you guys think of Batman versus the Black Panther?
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that'll be
Batman.
Yeah, I still have to say. I still have to give it to Batman.
I'm just Batman
No matter
partial.
what,
I don't
I'd
have an
to give it to
unbiased
Batman.
opinion. You
I
can
have
roll
to
at
give it
me.
to Batman.
Okay.
I love
So
round one for me would go
meme. Batman wins against Batman versus
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
What about in that pool? In that pool, if they're in the pool and he's stripped of his Black Panther powers,
Oh,
and it's
that's a
Bruce
wrap.
Wayne just bare knuckle brawling with
If-
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
T'Challa?
If it's round one, it'll go to Black Panther. And the reason I say that is because Batman has a contingency plan for everything, but if he doesn't know what the threat is,
Yeah.
he doesn't know how to prepare for it. Round two
he wouldn't throw
would
down
go.
with Black Panther if he didn't know what he was going into.
Well, see, that's another point.
And the only reason Black Panther would want to fight him is if he was invading Wakanda or trying to go over.
Yeah,
there.
see,
So
to me,
unwelcome or
round
anything.
two would go to Batman, and from then on, because they already saw his fighting style, weaknesses, strategies.
Right.
That's the one thing that Batman does have. If it was round one, it will go to Black Panther. Round two, and from every round after that, will probably go to Batman. Just because if he reaches a foe that he doesn't know, the same thing happened with Bane. The first time he met Bane, he had his back broken,
Oh, yeah.
and then he came up with a strategy.
Oh, the second one. With
Exactly.
Same thing with the mutant leader.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying round one
you're
would
right.
go to Black Panther. Round two would go to Batman.
But
And-
that's Batman's MO though. Almost every time he faces a foe that he's never faced before,
Mhm.
what the first thing he does is throw some stuff at him, jumps back, see what happens.
Yeah. No,
And
exactly.
then attacks a different way, jump back, see what happens. You know what I mean? So he tests his foe's weaknesses to find
Yeah.
out how to get them.
Before he actually closes the distance and throws
Okay.
down.
Batman just crazy like that.
So yeah. So next pair up, you guys want to see fight?
Drewski?
I just threw out Flash versus Quicksilver.
What Earth?
I don't know.
Any year.
Which Quicksilver?
Which one? The green one or the
No,
blue
the
one?
reason I say is
Oh
that-
no, because there's two
No, well, there's
Quicksilver.
mul- there's
The
multiple-
X-Men one and the
it's the same
yeah,
guy.
maybe. No,
He's talking about movie universe.
Oh,
no,
movie
I'm
universe.
talking about just regular. Because they had different suits. One is blue and one is green.
Oh Lord.
You threw one out that's just confusing everything.
How?
No, the reason I'm
Because there's
saying
multiple flashes
Okay.
too.
yeah.
You gotta give
You give
real
Barry
names.
Allen or
Barry Allen, I guess. No, Wally West. Wally
Wally
West is
West.
supposed to be the fastest.
Okay.
So Wally
yeah, he doesn't
West.
need a cosmic treadmill to travel through time.
I
Yeah.
know.
So you sent me that, right?
What about Eobard Thawne versus
um,
Quicksilver?
Ooh.
Ooh, now we're getting deep. We're getting deep.
For
For those of you who don't know,
He would fight it, but he would fight him just to.
that's Reverse Flash.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's the
I
anti-Flash.
said, shouldn't Reverse Flash be like fat and slow? That's kind of the
Well,
reverse
like,
of Flash.
opposite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's the.
I mean, the
turtle.
only difference is the
Well,
color
okay,
concept of the costume.
That depends on how you look at it. I mean, in my mind, Reverse Flash should walk backwards and speak backwards. So I guess it just depends on how you look at it.
So
You don't want it.
if
Him and Zatanna would have a whole conversation.
yeah, in the comic book, there is a comic book where it was Justice League versus the Avengers.
Right.
Yeah.
Barry or Wally actually
Wally.
traveled through and went to the Marvel universe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had no speed because there was no Speed Force. He had diminished speed, like he was losing it.
Mhm.
But when Marvel went to the DC world,
Yeah.
Flash was faster than Quicksilver because he's just a mutant and he actually uses Speed
Right.
Force, so he was faster than speed. If I remember, Quicksilver's faster, 2 times faster than the speed of sound,
Mhm.
Flashes.
and faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
So Flash for me,
Yeah.
Flash would win, but what about
Reverse Flash,
yeah,
he would kill him.
Yeah.
He would kill him
yeah?
and would send Wanda into a murderous rage.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. He would definitely kill him.
That's
And
a
he
story.
would do it in a way where he would probably cut off his legs and just watch him try to run.
You know what? Now that you bring that up, that's something that
He
I
tried
would
to
like
take
to
away his
see.
speed. You don't think?
That's something I think I would like to see, and I don't think that's ever been done. Let's get the Legion of Doom against
Versus the
Avengers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hulk versus Solomon Grundy.
I
Oh, that'd be good. That would be.
Right?
Solomon
Oh,
Grundy.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, think about
Well,
it.
yeah, because that would put Iron Man against Lex Luthor, where they have their both the mech suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I
That would be
mean,
good.
Dude,
See,
why hasn't anybody thought about us? Ideas.
Sinestro
Ideas.
against Thor.
Hashtag ideas.
Really?
let's throw some Justice
Yeah.
League, some DC
Yeah.
heroes, and some Marvel villains.
Remember that he has
There's
that
no
ring.
like Rogue in Marvel though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no Legion of Doom version of.
Well, Sinister Six.
Well,
A
yeah.
group
Yeah,
of bad
you
guys
can do that.
versus a group.
Yeah, that too.
Just
Yeah,
for
but
original.
But those are
if one kid that get bit
Yeah.
by a bug can defeat
can feed all
Yeah,
these
yeah,
all those
the
little
Sinister
guys.
Six against Wonder Woman. Like
Yeah,
she'll
yeah.
kick everyone's
But,
ass. Sinister Six against Batman. He'll kick everyone's ass.
That's what I mean.
I'm just trying to go with
Yeah, the
villain team ups.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Okay, fine. What about the
Okay.
Sinister? No,
Nice.
I got another one. I got Superman versus Century.
Superman. The reason I call Superman is
Because
because
he's God.
well, he's got the
Well, the same thing with
No,
Century.
no, because Superman gets his power from the sun,
Mhm.
The Sentry takes
and
the sun out.
Century has the power of a million exploding suns.
Yeah.
So essentially, he'd feed into Superman's power.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I would go with.
You go to Superman Prime and be all
Well,
gold.
just like
Uh,
strings back and forth.
Well, going back and forth, seeing that,
but that would be like
the Sentry is
never
his-
ending.
so the Sentry is also his own villain. He
Yeah.
is the Void. When he's fighting with himself, how is he going to fight others? Especially with somebody like Superman.
You know who I like? I like Dr. Octopus as a villain. Let's pit him against a DC superhero.
Doctor Octopus
Doc-
against.
Doctor Strange.
Dr.
That's
Octopus
the-
is
that's the same
awesome.
one, right?
Doctor Octopus is
He's a
pretty
great
cool.
villain.
Yeah,
Dr.
Who's
Octopus
he gonna
and,
go? Okay, who are you gonna put him against?
I would put him up
with
against.
Shazam.
No, we're going against another villain.
No, I just-
Um,
a villain.
I would. Oh, Copperhead.
No, we got
I would put
somebody better.
Copperhead.
Somebody better.
Then Doctor Octopus and Copperhead.
No, somebody better than Copperhead.
Yeah, Copperhead. Let me see.
Who else would you?
Bang.
I don't know, like
Nightshade.
Penguin.
No, you know what? I would put. I would put Doctor Octopus against Solid. No, not Gorilla Grodd. I would put him up against Gorilla Grodd.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I think Gorilla Grodd would just break those legs.
Yeah,
You know?
and also
So
mess
what
with
you
his
guys
mind.
are saying,
But-
at the end of the day, by implication, is that DC villains are better than Marvel villains?
Take it as you will.
You said it. Nobody else said
By
it.
implication.
I would honestly say Marvel has copied more of the DC
Mhm.
Villains.
than anyone. Not to say DC is innocent in this,
Yeah.
but I feel that Marvel has copied more. Like, here's a
Yeah.
good one that we want to see: Thanos against Darkseid.
Right. And
Does it-
Thanos,
Oh yeah.
Thanos was taken from Darkseid.
Yeah, but who would win in that fight?
Darkseid.
A god
Yeah,
versus a
I-
self-proclaimed god?
I
Yeah.
still think Darkseid would.
Yeah.
Darkseid wouldn't even take his hands behind his
Okay,
back. He
because-
just fight him.
I mean, okay, we gotta talk about is that
Well, Donald
with
don't
or
have-
without the
Well,
gauntlet?
yeah.
Without the gauntlet.
Okay,
Yeah.
without the
'Cause he-
gauntlet,
you know-
Darkseid would win.
He hardly ever has the gauntlet. He's only
Because-
grabbed it a couple times.
Because Thanos realistically is just brute strength, and Darkseid has those laser beams, so he can get to him.
They're
Far
called
away.
Omega beams.
Omega beam.
So
They're not just lasers.
They're not
They're not
lasers.
No.
lasers. Omega.
Those can go in any
beam.
direction.
Okay, here's another versus that I want to know what you guys think. Hawkeye versus Green Arrow.
I think Arrow.
No, I say Hawkeye.
I think Hawkeye is a
I
better
think
archer.
Hawkeye-
Who's got more like gadgety arrows as far as like what the arrows can? Because
Well,
you know a lot of them
Green
do.
Arrow.
Some of them
Green
explode.
Arrow's got
some
more
of them are
tragedy,
eyes, some-
but
yeah.
it gets more ridiculous too.
The punch, the
With
boxing
the-
But
with the-
glove.
Hawkeye has more military experience.
True.
Over
He's the
Green
one
Arrow.
that- yeah, he does, and
That's
he's
true.
also.
Green
They have
Arrow was-
pointed out.
Green Arrow's self-taught.
They've also pointed out that he's good with any weapon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
yeah.
I mean, even without arrows, Hawkeye is still.
But
What did he
Green
say?
Arrow.
What did he say in Civil War? He said retirement's not suiting. He's like, yeah, I played golf and I
Hit 9 holes.
Yeah, I played 9
18
holes.
No,
and-
18.
played 18, shot 18. So
Yeah.
Like, I don't seem to miss.
that was great.
No, yeah, so I would give that one to Hawkeye.
Yeah, I'd have to say Hawkeye too.
Okay, what about
Storm versus Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman? All she got to do is close the distance.
Yeah.
Whop.
Yeah, Wonder Woman would have to take it. Especially Wonder Woman now. After that movie, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
she
go
goes
with
God
Rogue.
mode.
What about
Let's go
Rogue?
with someone. Let's go with someone without powers.
How about
What about Tim Drake versus Black
Oh.
Widow?
Tim Drake?
Well,
I
Tim
don't
Drake-
know.
Damien.
Tim Drake's
How
more
about
the detective,
I'm talking
though, right?
about
Yeah, I Black Widow.
Damien.
Black
I
Widow
think
would be
Black
the
Widow.
Tim.
How about
Yeah.
Damien and Black Widow?
No, Black Widow was still taken.
Yeah.
Demon's
think Damien-
she's
Black
too
Widow's
tiny.
got years of training.
Yeah, he just
But
want
they
to
I think she
kill
would just
her.
be
That's
stronger. I think she'd still be stronger than
Okay, how about Doctor Strange and Doctor Fate?
Dr. Fate.
That's a good
I
one.
don't know.
I go with Doctor Fate.
I'd have to go with Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange would just have way more tricks up his sleeve
Magic.
that he could just do within seconds. You know what I mean? But with Doctor Fate, he doesn't have as many different things that he can do.
He just uses his cross and that's it.
Unk.
Fool.
He's not Catholic.
He's not
Yeah, he
Catholic.
is, dude.
He's not Jesus.
He is. He's Jesus to me.
I probably have to go with Doctor Strange also.
I think
On this
Doctor
one?
Strange would take it.
Now I would love to see the Helmet of Fate going on Doctor Strange,
Oh.
which has happened.
Yeah.
Dr.
That's happened
Strange
on the-
Fate?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was his
In
name.
the crossover. In the
Yeah.
crossover.
Yeah, that's right.
So that would be awesome. So
What about Punisher versus someone in DC?
It would have been
Who
Deathstroke
would
to
he
me.
go?
Deathstroke would
I
have
don't
been,
think you can take him against Deathstroke. Deathstroke would take him down.
but it would be a good fight.
Who else would there be?
I would actually put Punisher up against one of the Robins.
What about Deadshot?
That would be a good
yeah,
one.
That would be good.
Yeah,
I would give it to Punisher.
I think
Over
so.
Deadshot?
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
because
too.
he's in the comic books he's a long distance like shooter. So I mean he's a marksman. That's what he does. So he's miles and miles away and he shoots somebody for money.
Deadshot's not as lethal up close.
How
He's got
about
his hand
how
cannons,
about,
his wrist guns.
Vengeance and
You close the distance, he's still bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, but how often does Punisher get shot? Once.
He gets shot all the
It's
time.
not enough. He'll
just
still
sew it
come
up
at you.
on the
That's my
spot.
point. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I don't know. Yeah,
I
probably have to give that one to Punisher.
I still think Punisher would take it.
Now, if it was again Punisher
Well,
versus
isn't
Dick Grayson.
Deadshot's able to ricochet it off stuff, and
Yeah,
they
he's
say
a, he's,
he
a,
knows
he's a great trick
He's
shot.
a great trick shot. But that's my point. Is he's lethal from far away.
distance. Okay.
But he's
Yeah.
also hand to hand.
But when you get into hand-to-hand-
combat. He loves hand to hand combat.
Punisher will take him down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say I have to give it to Punisher.
But if it was like Punisher versus again Dick Grayson, then I would give it to Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. for
Not
sure.
Tim Drake. I like Tim Drake, but now
Ooh, okay, well,
Punisher
what about-
versus Jason Todd,
That's what I was about to say.
Todd, yeah.
Red Hood.
Red
I would
Hood.
give it to Red Hood.
Jason Todd would take down almost
Yeah,
anybody,
so-
really.
He was trained by Batman.
Who
That's
else?
true.
Who else would we
Very
put
true.
Jason Todd up against? I mean,
Daredevil.
yeah,
Daredevil.
That's a good one.
Daredevil would be a good one. Damn, that would
Who
be
would
great.
win
Oh,
on that?
yeah,
Who would win
yeah,
on
yeah.
that?
I
Daredevil.
think for me that would be a draw.
Red Hood.
For me, that would have to be an even draw. They'd beat the hell out of each other.
I can't
They
even
really,
see. Yeah,
well,
you're
Daredevil
right. 'Cause I
can't
can't
see,
see
dude.
that. Huh?
Daredevil can't see.
And he
so-
still kicks ass.
Yeah,
Think about it like
but-
Because
that.
you got to think about Daredevil is great with his weapons from far away.
Yeah.
He can do trick shots and all that kind of stuff too, and he's very acrobatic.
He's not blind, yo.
But Jason Todd's the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jason Todd trained by Batman, but more lethal. So
Even
yeah,
to the point where he was given a spot in the League of Assassins.
Yeah.
But I would say
I'd
it's a
probably call it
draw.
a draw too.
Like there would be
I
bloody
literally-
and beat
I
the
literally,
shit.
I literally could see the both of them like throwing stuff at each other and just and then both,
Yeah.
Collapsing.
yeah,
Like they'll go for kicks and hit each other in the head and just fall down.
yeah, exactly. I could see them just complete draw on everything. But that would be a hell of a fight to
That'd be-
watch.
yeah,
Yes,
that
You
would-
know what I
it would.
mean? That would be really good.
Indeed.
That would be hours, I think.
I think this is idea number 72.
Yeah.
How about
Submariner versus Aquaman.
I give it to the fishes.
If it's the new Aquaman, then I'll give it to Aquaman. If it's the old
If it's
school,
Momoa?
yeah, no, yeah. If it's Aquaman,
Jason Momoa?
the fish
How
guy.
does it go?
Yeah, I'll give it to
I don't know.
We
that
actually
much, but-
placed the microphone underwater to
Underwater.
get that sound effect.
I don't know much about Submariner, but I would give it to Aquaman because I don't know that much about him. So if you guys know about him, which pretty sure you probably don't because he's a Submariner.
He had little wings on
As
his
long as
foot.
Aquaman's near or in the ocean, he should be pretty unstoppable, right?
Well, they're each one of them are both the kings of Atlantis.
Yeah.
So who?
It'd
I
probably
guess
be a draw.
they'll probably just go like, you know
Yeah,
what,
I
we're both
know.
kind of lame,
We're
so
like,
let's just
nah.
go
I
fishing.
know.
It's like let's fight with water.
That's what I
like.
say. They both get eaten by a whale.
Hey, we could talk about how about like
Jonah hanging out with Jonah.
Spawn and Venom.
Spawn versus Venom. Oh yeah, let's take it a step further. Spawn versus Carnage.
Oh,
I'd probably give it a Spawn.
Yeah, I still have to give it to Spawn.
It's like everyone's like unanimous.
Yeah,
like,
that's it,
Spawn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Spawn
Who would be a good fight for Spawn?
with Spawn.
Well, there was that one where they had Spawn versus Batman.
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go,
You have to use Batman every time because.
but yeah. Well, if we're
How
gonna,
about-
if we're gonna go third,
Spawn and Magneto.
Well, the chains.
The chain, yeah, because he has a lot of metal sometimes. So
That's actually not a bad idea.
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Spawn. I'm pretty sure it's happened before. Spawn versus the Savage Dragon.
they
Yeah,
only
they're
teamed
both
up.
image.
They
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
teamed up. I don't think they fought. They only teamed up.
So that's how most team-ups start is with a
Yeah.
fight.
Who would be a good adversary for Spawn?
That'll be hard.
Yeah, you could always go Archangel, Heaven and Hell, Sandman,
Spawn and Deadpool.
Sandman,
Yeah, that's a pretty good
Sandman versus Spawn. Okay, what would you go against? Cyborg versus
RoboCop.
No,
the what?
Deadlock.
Deadlock.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. So Deadlock versus Cyborg. Who would win against in that fight?
For me, you don't know who Deadlock is.
Don't know.
He's a cybernetic soldier, but he's
Yeah.
been mind wiped, so he doesn't know who he is
Yeah.
completely.
Bishop?
No,
No,
he could
Bishop
still
is
go
a
to the
good
future too, though.
Deadlock?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he can. Because they're just mindless drones to a point. So because of that, I would give it to Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yeah, because he's got his
I think I would still give it to Cyborg because Cyborg can actually.
access to the machines.
Interface,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, he can interface with other machines.
He'll take his own weapons in.
So and Deadlock can't do that.
Like I said, he's just a mindless. I mean, well, that's how they portrayed him originally was a mindless
Right.
drone, dead soldiers that they just cybernetically enhanced, kind of like Universal Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So
But they look more metal.
they're more metal and they look zombified, kind of.
Like zombie.
So our last versus
Justice League versus the Avengers.
Justice League wins.
Justice League of America.
Just like Superman.
Why?
Because we got Batman.
Meanwhile, at the Hall
Because
of
they have
Justice.
Superman, not just Batman. They have Superman.
And
They have
Wonder Woman.
a couple more heavy hitters. They have
Does the
Green
Avengers
Lantern.
have a son?
Well, okay,
'Cause-
yeah, because you've got Superman, and then you've also got
Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman, which is a god.
not to mention Green Lantern,
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go with the classic team of Captain America, Thor.
Of course.
I think just
Iron Man.
I think just
You
the
got- you
Flash
only
could
have-
take
Actually, you know who I want to see fight is Captain America and Batman.
That would be a good one.
I think that would be a draw also
Yeah.
because they're both tacticians and they're both strategists.
And they both are old.
You know, but that would be. I
Drew,
think that
you
would-
have something to say about this?
Yeah, man, Batman would win. I just said that.
That would be
Batman
that would
would
be
win.
end up being a draw only because of the fact that Captain America doesn't fight somebody just to fight. You know
It
what I
has to
mean?
be a reason.
Neither
So
of them,
even-
neither of them's gonna give up.
Even I mean, I literally could see this playing out where Captain America, for whatever reason, you know,
Talk his way
mistakes, you know, him
For somebody
for a
else.
villain or whatever, but he would still talk to him like, you know, you need to stop this, you know, crime
Vigilantism.
spree. Yeah, you need to stop being this type of villain or whatever. And then Batman, of course, would give him a piece of his mind. After a couple of conversations, after a couple of sentences, Captain America would probably figure it out and be like, wait a minute.
Do you think they'll talk it out as opposed to fight it
Captain
out?
America likes to
They
talk.
talk.
That's the problem.
That's
Captain
the
America
American
likes to
way.
Yeah.
Talk
Just
first,
watch
shoot
it.
later.
Look
Look
at
at
Civil War. In Civil War, he was trying to talk to Iron Man.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's what he does in the
Yeah.
movies too. I mean, that's what he does. That's why I'm
I
saying
don't-
that's why it's
well,
going to end
maybe
up a draw.
It's a nice in this fantasy world. They'll talk it out.
If Captain America could lose to the Black Panther, then Batman would beat Captain America.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
For
According to your
Wakanda.
logic, by implication,
Excellent.
again,
Yeah.
For Wakanda.
Batman would.
You just love Batman.
Well,
He's got a.
is there a problem with that?
Okay, Superman versus Batman.
Tell me.
Batman.
Several
Batman
times.
wins.
Superman would win.
Batman wins.
Batman wins.
Super.
You
No.
guys kryptonite.
You will.
You want to do that? Yeah. Well, go back underwater. Yeah, I'm under the impression that if you take away Superman's morals, he would win no matter what.
But then he wouldn't be Superman.
The Batman
He
just
can
injects
be.
himself with the Doomsday virus.
You look at Red Sun Superman.
Yeah, but that's Red Sun.
It's still Superman.
No.
You look at Ultraman.
See,
You look at
that's Ultraman. It's not Superman.
Yeah.
Batman would just inject himself with the Doomsday virus. We've seen it.
oh
Yeah.
god, that's it. Friendship over.
He's a menace to the entire city.
Well, then let's move on. What do you got for us?
I brought a couple
Dynamite?
things so we can check them out. I got a couple replicas. First one that I have is actually from Batman v Superman. We're gonna put pictures up. It's actually a replica of a Batarang. It's 1:1 scale,
Wow.
and this is made by the same people that make the Q figs.
Right, right.
Yeah, this one retails roughly about $50-$60.
That's roughly a new company too, right?
Yeah, it's fairly new. They you know the little Q figs.
Yeah.
Those are awesome little cartoony, kiddish
Right.
heroes.
They're
But
kind of heavy too.
They're like metal, right? Or,
Yeah.
or
No,
die
they're,
cast.
they're not really metal. They're
Die cast, no?
they have a couple of different lines. So I've seen the metal
what?
ones you're talking about. They do a couple replicas. Their big thing is actually they do a lot of Star Trek.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
have the little communicator pins and things like that.
Right.
They have the
They sell-
visor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one thing they don't have yet.
That would be.
But they
awesome.
do sell
Put it in
tribbles.
public.
Oh,
They have the
Okay.
tribbles. So you guys can check this out. It's actually pretty heavy. Now,
Perfectly balanced.
if Batman
Yep,
had
that's
a
heavy.
whole bunch of those,
That's it. That's
I'm,
all right.
I'm pretty sure that would weigh them down.
Let me throw it to somebody real quick and
Yeah, but
see.
it couldn't be that
Don't
heavy.
ever disrespect
Well-
Batman like that. It's a replica.
I'm thinking his would be probably
Batman's
carbon
are sharper.
fiber.
Yeah, there'd be something sharper. I mean,
Nice, nice.
either way, he has a minimum of 5 that he carries around, throws them, picks them up after his fights.
Yeah, so the company is actually QMX. I know they have I know they
Oh
are.
yeah, they do the little small ones, right?
Yeah.
The little like
Yeah.
the funny looking ones, like for kids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
But they're really cool. They have
Yeah,
a couple
they're really
of-
nice.
So they made the same one. The company's called QMX. The other ones are called QFigs.
Yeah, they made one with Mr. Freeze holding
Yeah,
ice
ice
cream.
cream
Yeah,
cone
yeah,
or-
yeah.
You know,
And this Batarang comes with a really nice
It's a-
stand.
And it's magnified, right?
yeah, it's magnetic, so you can
Magnetic.
put it on there.
It's a
Uh,
Batman logo stand.
It's a Batman logo from Batman v Superman, and it's stamped in the back. It's Batman v Superman on
Oh,
there. Yeah, it's QMX. And so I don't know if it's like QMX squared because the little X is up in the corner.
Elemental P.
So we'll put it on there, and it's actually a pretty cool replica. They're selling it for like
Ooh.
50, 55, 60 bucks, somewhere around there.
It's a nice piece.
Beautiful. Perfect in every way.
Yeah, although I wish I would have gotten it signed by Ben Affleck.
It looks so good. I would fight crime if I bought one of those.
You would fight
I
crime?
would legit go out in the street and start fighting crime.
You would throw it, and they're like, "Hold on, I gotta go pick that up. Hold on, give me one moment. All right, ready. I'm set."
Let's do this.
So they haven't fashioned one out of Kryptonite because
Kryptonite's real expensive.
Batman's lame. Nowhere as cool as Superman.
That's why you have a Batarang.
Yeah,
Yeah, I won this in a battle. So
It even looks, this thing even looks sharp. It looks like
Yeah.
like
It looks like you put edges on it, but no.
afraid to touch it.
yeah, there's no edges on there. I mean, it's really cool. I liked it.
Sharpened.
Like I said, it's metal. It's
Yeah.
pretty heavy. So there's that. And then we also got a Noir Joker glove hand.
Ooh, nice.
This one here is the limited Noir. Does have blood splatter. It's a white glove with a little bit of blood splatter on it.
Sangre.
And it does come with a few Joker cards, so you can replace it. It does have Heath Ledger's Joker card and Jack Nicholson's and a couple other different ones. I'm not sure of the other ones. I think the ones from the animated series,
No, one I think is from the comic.
and one is from the
Oh,
comic.
Game Man. What is it? Game Man or Endgame?
Endgame.
Could be. And
Hey, man.
yeah.
Game
Like,
Man.
who is that?
Calm
Comes
down.
floating into the sea.
So I tried to figure out a way to put the
Oh.
Batarang on there, but it just
Oh.
isn't
Too
working.
heavy.
Yeah. So there.
Give me 10 minutes, I'll make it work.
Make
Yeah,
it.
you can
Let me just crunch it in
Yeah.
there. But the original one does come in a purple glove.
Yeah, the original.
This is like a limited
Fist.
run.
I like this one.
This one's
I
nice.
imagine this is what Joker's glove looked like after he beat Jason Todd with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly. That's
It
one of
would-
the things. That's one of the things that I thought.
It actually would look cooler if he was holding
A
Crowbar, right?
Yeah.
You get a crowbar in there.
Yeah.
Come now. You know what's funny? For the Superman guy saying Superman's so cool, I see an awful
Oh,
lot of Batman
Batman
paraphernalia
stuff.
here.
Well, it's because they
Yeah.
couldn't bring crypto since Ace the Bat Hound is running
I don't
around
see
here
any,
right
I
now.
don't see any Superman rings anywhere.
It
Any
might be
Superman?
Superman's blood, probably, huh?
Everyone knows he doesn't bleed.
Uh,
The best part about Justice League. Right now, we're talking about it.
Say that again.
Said he will.
The best part about Justice League is when he used Batman's own line against him.
That was just
Oh,
disrespectful.
yeah.
That was disrespectful.
And I was waiting for that too.
yeah.
That was
I
super
was waiting for
disrespectful.
You know, we
I almost walked out.
Almost.
almost like NEEHIGH did. Like, no, I'm done. We were watching it, and I saw him pick him up. Like, somebody say Martha. Somebody say Martha.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
You see Alfred in the background running towards him.
Martha.
Master Wayne.
So we'll have a couple pictures up of these like collectibles or I don't know, what would you call them?
DC
I don't know.
collectibles.
That glove
I
is
call them
epic, though.
expensive.
Yeah.
I call them.
Yes.
Well, the
Statues.
glove because it was limited. I remember I think it cost me $120
Worth it.
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Worth it.
I love it. We'll take a few pictures. We'll post them up so you guys can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you guys went to a couple conventions.
Yeah, this like 2 weeks ago we were at Fantasia Comic Con in India. NEEHIGH and me were down there.
We had to work, so You couldn't make it.
Yeah, we met a few cool people out there.
You guys were missed.
You guys say that and you guys not know.
You were there in spirit.
You missed me like a hernia.
And then this past weekend, NEEHIGH got to go down to the Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario.
Did you guys take any pictures?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I took
we took some pictures.
All right, so maybe we could
I
post
said
some of those up.
Pictures, yeah.
Yeah, we could post some of those up. What was the highlight of going to the Indio
Kevin
Fantasia?
Eastman,
Yeah, Kevin Eastman was out there signing.
And for you guys that don't know who Kevin Eastman is, he
the
is
creator for Ninja Turtles.
Well, the co-creator.
co-creator.
For the Teenage
The
Mutant Ninja
Coke.
Turtles. Really nice guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing guy.
super nice guy. It was a lot of fun. He loves this stuff. He loves this
Yeah.
comic book world.
Mhm.
You know, so but we really want to try and get an interview with him, but unfortunately things didn't work out the way we wanted it to.
Yeah.
But we did get to talk with one of the girls who was in Black Panther. Part of the
Royal Guard.
how do you pronounce that?
we could-
part of the Royal Guard.
We could have just left it
Did
a
you
Royal
say-
Guard.
For Wakanda, it's Wakanda forever, homie.
It's both.
Oh.
Everybody
You
makes
see,
a
and it's,
mistake.
and it's,
Everybody
and
makes
it's
a
not
mistake.
even both. It's both.
B-O-T-H.
Both.
And it was funny because we're talking about that too. Everybody mixes it up with Wakanda for
yeah.
Life and the other
Wakanda
one,
Forever. And it's always was it right over left?
Yeah, it's not the Wonder Woman one.
It's right over left.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh, she told you guys that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
That's
told us-
awesome.
She reminded me on Saturday.
Yeah, she was actually
on
telling
Sundays.
that to everybody right over
Yeah.
right over left. As a matter of fact, I think because we did do an interview with her. I think it might have even been on the interview. She said right over left. For those of you who are Black Panther fans,
It's
it's
right
always
over left.
Right over left.
If you're Wonder Woman fans, left over right.
So we also met Peter Navy, Tuasa Sopo.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Great
also,
guy.
He played E Honda in
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter movie, and he was also on Necessary Roughness. That was like his first breakout movie.
Yeah.
He had a small couple cameos in Sons of Anarchy, and I guess he's gonna be in a new spin-off of Son of Anarchy too. So Son of
Anarchy.
also. But he's a really good guy.
Yeah,
he's really cool.
nice guy. We had a good interview with him, a long interview with him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So that'll be interesting. You guys.
Did you talk about the show at all?
We did. I don't think he talked.
we
about the
talked
show
more
too much.
about him.
Oh, okay.
We wanted
Yeah.
to base
What else? What else does he have coming up? Anything new? Other than Sons of Anarchy? Any other new projects?
He has some stuff coming out that I don't want to talk about it. Let him
Okay.
talk about it.
NEEHIGH's got a
That's the inside scoop.
Yeah.
NEEHIG's got an inside scoop.
You earned a
that we
contract
might
not to
be
talk
able
about
to
it.
talk about it
Yeah.
yet.
Well, that's cool. Well, keep us posted on what's going on.
Yeah,
Stop the
we will.
waterboarding. I want to know.
But the conventions were a lot of fun. The Comic Con Revolution in Ontario was that was a really good convention.
I haven't gone. This is the second year
Oh
for
yeah,
that
you know
one, right?
what?
Yeah, that
For
was the
being
second
a second year, it was packer than last,
Yeah,
and there was a lot of more
and there was a lot of
booths.
big
Yeah,
cosplay.
yeah. It was pretty.
Last year they didn't have anybody big at all.
I know
for
Saturday
stars.
was really packed. And,
What stars did they have this year?
Well, they had
the guy from
the guys
Batman?
from the animated series, Batman animated
And
series.
also the
Oh,
guy
Kevin
from-
Conroy.
Yeah, Kevin
even the
Conroy.
guy
Wow.
from Deadpool. I
Um,
think is one of the Deadpool.
Yeah, one of the creators of
Deadpool
Deadpool,
was
besides
there.
Rob Liefeld, they had
Okay.
the other creator.
There was a lot of
Something.
Marvel comic guys. You know, I don't know too many of them, but they were there.
So enthusiastic, man. There were these
Sorry,
guys from a small company called Marvel.
Yeah,
No, the Comic Con Revolution had like the voice actors, the main voice actors for Batman the animated series, and they also had.
I also met I don't do a lot of cosplay things, but I met a Star Wars punk. I don't know if you heard of them.
No.
They're cosplayers that they have their own Star Wars theme, but they're
like
kind of
punk style.
Cool
Huh.
people. I went to their booth, you know, when they talk
Yeah.
about their stuff and.
And I think they had Ming from Comic Book Men down there too. So I mean, you know, we're
It's
not
growing.
talking like
Yeah, it's
A-listers,
growing.
but
It's
Weird.
growing.
Yeah,
Well,
last-
Kevin Conroy. I mean, he's Batman.
yeah.
So
I mean, so it's they've actually got some bigger celebrities this year
Yeah.
compared to last year. I think
And
it
it
was
was
just
only-
some comic book writers last year. That was
And,
about
and
it.
last year was only one day. This was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, sorry.
okay. So the one thing I want to meet Kevin Conroy so he could do my voicemail.
Huh.
That'd
I
be
mean, he'll
awesome.
do it.
See, I thought that he only was there on Saturday.
He was only there on Saturday.
Yeah.
You went on Sunday.
Yeah.
I went on Sunday.
Did you make new friends out there?
I made a lot of friends out there. I'll show pictures.
All right, cool deal. So other conventions that are coming up, the next E3.
Yeah.
Which
But
was
I
the
know
one
we don't
that-
have any. We want to be into video. I mean, we love video games. Don't get us wrong, but we're just not in that industry. So if you know somebody that can let us in,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah, you guys can email us now.
Yeah.
What's our email?
Our email is heroesatlarge.podcast@gmail.com.
Woo, once again,
heroesatlarge infinity.podcast@gmail.com.
So if you guys have any pictures or stories you want, stories as far as you guys are writers and you guys want us to read something, or you have any artwork that you guys have, or have any toy collections you guys want to share.
We also have a Facebook now and an Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We're working on Twitter. We have a Twitter.
Not yet.
Okay.
We're working on it.
We're old guys. We don't know what Twitter is.
We'll tweet you when we get it.
But if you guys have any stories, you guys have any artwork you guys want to promote, we're more than happy to share that with you guys. Put it out there.
Anything
you guys want us to talk about, anything you want to share, anything you guys want to,
Pretty much, we're still small time ourselves. So I mean, if you
They
guys,
could probably still find us on Tinder.
I thought we were on. I thought we were on Grindr.
We
were on Grindr.
down. Take the Tinder down.
But leave the grinder up.
Grinder's fine.
What about MySpace?
I don't
We
need
still
to
have
find
our
out for
MySpace.
Grindr.
Well, you can find me underwater.
I'm not gonna look.
I'm not
We're
gonna.
underwater.
But other than that, just if you have any comments, questions, anything you want to say, I don't know where this show's going.
And
See what happens when Drew comes back.
Yeah.
What did I do?
It's that vibe.
And today's sponsor is
The new fragrance by Thanos, the one and only. If you want to impress your ladies at the snap of a finger, just a little spritz of this fragrance will have a weaken the knees.
Oh snap!
You go, girl.
that's the end of our show.
You're like, thank God.
Let's thank the Vanisher for showing up today.
Oh, come on now.
Well,
Thanks.
hopefully you'll be back for more.
Drew,
Definitely
Drew,
will.
stay away from the electrical
Power lines.
Yeah.
Stay
power
away from
lines,
the
please.
Who would have known it was going to be so windy today? Everybody knew.
So with that, we're out of here. That's it. We're wrapping. We're done.
Good night,
I'm
ladies
done.
and gentlemen.
We're sorry.
Martha's calling me.
Martha's Vineyard.
I got to snap my fingers.
Oh wait,
Oh.
we didn't talk about your new cup.
Oh, yeah.
And no, we're talking about the kind you're supposed to drink out of.
Yeah. I never wear one of those.
Calm down, Drewski.
Jockey strap.
Jockey strap.
Tell us what you got.
Well, one of the other things that we brought, I got from California Adventure at Disneyland. They're about $20. I don't even know if they still have them.
Yeah.
But it's actually a Infinity Gauntlet cup.
Sippy.
Sippy
Is that
cup.
like a
Sippy
2
cup.
liter or
Got a
how
straw
much
in
can
it.
you-
Man,
2 liter.
this thing actually holds maybe half a soda.
Yeah.
Oh, for
like
$20,
5
that's
ounces.
a deal.
They're giving them away.
So, yeah. But it's just the fact that I have an Infinity Gauntlet as a cup, and I've been drinking my beer out of it.
It looks
Yeah.
cool. It looks
cool.
really
We'll
cool.
have pictures of this up as well. But if you ever go to California Adventure, they have them at 3 spots. They're selling them at 3 spots. It was like a half-hour wait
Oh.
just to get them, and one per person accordingly.
Going
Yeah.
fast.
And but it's pretty cool. Just so you can walk around and have a
Yeah.
drink, half a soda. But
Refills are
other than
free?
that, I mean,
Was the refills free?
no.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
That's how
Disneyland.
they
Are you
get
kidding
you.
me?
That's how they get
Yeah.
Well, some of them, the cups that they have, they sell.
you. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll give you,
Some of
like,
them they do,
refills
but
or
I
$1
mean,
or
if
refills
you
or
if you
something
look
like
at this thing, it's kind of like it literally
One,
just holds half a
one
cup.
zip and that's it.
that. Nobody buys that thing to drink
Yeah,
anything out of
I'm
it.
hoping
fill it
nobody
up with
bought this to
tequila.
drink it because it's really cool.
Yeah.
Someone threw it away. Oh, okay, I'm done.
Nah, if you pay $20 for this, you're not gonna throw it away
I would
either.
put a drink in there.
Yeah.
But it's really cool.
It is nice.
Ever disrespect the Joker's glove like that? Joker had the
Oh, yeah,
Infinity
Joker.
Gauntlet. That would
Yeah.
He didn't
What would
even
he?
win.
What would he
It was
do?
$120.
he'd wipe everyone.
That like screw half of the universe on everyone's.
Yeah,
No,
just
I
like one.
get the feeling he'd do something weird, like put
Well, remember when he
smiles
was
on
Emperor?
everybody's face.
Remember when he was
He
Emperor
just kept
Joker?
killing Joker or Batman over
No,
and
I
over
remember
again.
that.
He took Mixie Pitlick's powers,
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
damn.
Yeah.
and he was a god, and he
Yeah.
made I think Batman his gestures.
Oh.
No, he just kept killing Batman over and over and
Yeah,
over.
that's
again,
what it
just
was,
different ways. He had him picked apart by crows, all kinds of bad stuff.
Or Austin, depending on how you look. If you're the Joker, I mean, it would be awesome for him.
Yeah.
He'd get bored.
You know, it took Superman to save the day.
So
Not-
where
not-
can you
not
find
Batman.
that glove again?
What is it with the bias of Superman at this table? This is my last show here, guys.
Superman's cool.
He has a cool ass. His hope, so he hopes he's cool.
you just missed out. Okay, we're done. We're out of here.
Good night, guys.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.